how to grow your notary business to the next level. This is a wonderful time to market direct to title companies, lenders, and realtors, because most people take holidays, they take breaks, they take vacations, and January and February, and they take their foot off the gas pedal. Whereas in your case, you are going to put your foot down on that gas pedal and up your efforts to market and get more direct business. Now, if that's something you've never done before, I will link another video below in the description that outlines how I prospect to find title companies, as well as what I say and how I follow up. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to grow that notary business in 2024. So of course, how are you setting your goals for 2024? Think massive 10x goals. If you're a signing agent and your goal is to, let's say you're part-time and you want to scale from $2,000 or $3,000 a month to $5,000 or $6,000 a month to use for paying down debt, going on vacations, lifestyle experiences, family things, whatever you're going to use it for, how are you going to double that? So is that a 10x goal is my first question. How can I go to 15,000? The point of a 10x goal is to make you think of all the things it would take to accomplish it, to push yourself to that uncomfortable level where you're going to do way more work, number one, and number two, you're only going to work on the things that will move the needle the most to get you that much more business. So for example, if you're trying to lose weight and you're thinking about losing weight and your goal is to lose 5 pounds in a year for 2024, what actions are you going to take to lose that 5 pounds? But if your goal is to lose 50 pounds in the year 2024, what actions would you take? A lot. So it's the whole point of goal setting is not to necessarily hit that massive goal, but it's to force you to think of only activities that will move yourself that much closer to it. Back to the notary signing agent example, right? If you're trying to set a goal, let's say your goal is now, 10x goal is $15,000 a month. Great. What would a $15,000 a month signing agent, what activities would they do to grow their business and to consistently keep it at $15,000? Well, they would probably do a lot of things. They'd probably be marketing to a lot of different title companies, and not just marketing to title companies. They'd probably only be marketing to very busy title companies with multiple offices. They'd probably also be touching base with realtors at networking events to get their name out there, because they know at realtor networking events, who else is there? Lenders and title companies. They're probably also going to local realtor events. They might also go to Chamber of Commerce events. They might also go to BNI events. They will probably be posting a lot on social media. They'd also be actively probably sending messages or DMs on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, seeing them in person at networking events, seeing them marketing direct, calling or texting, sharing Google reviews, sharing their website. There will be enough touch points to build enough credibility to get enough business. So that's probably what a $15,000 a month agent would do. All of those things I just mentioned and probably more. And that's the point, is to think of a massive goal when goal setting, to think of the actions that would get you there and take those actions and implement them, so that even if you fall short of that massive goal, you are so much farther, the end result, ahead of where you would have been if you had a smaller goal. You take smaller actions and you get smaller results. Don't set little tiny goals. Push yourself. I think it's not about the end result, about getting that massive goal. It's about the activities and doing that much more of those activities to get the better results you want. If you have any questions specifically on marketing, I would love to hear them. Feel free to drop them in the comments below or shoot me a message, and I'd be happy to respond in there as well. As far as 2024, what's upcoming, I would expect, based on what the Federal Reserve's last meeting and the chairman, Jerome Powell's notes, I would assume, based on what he said, which was that their expectation is, at a minimum, there probably will be 3 Federal Reserve rate cuts in 2024. If the Fed is meeting 9 times next year, that means, at a minimum, worst case, they're probably cutting at least the last 3 meetings, cutting the Federal Reserve federal funds rate. And that would be in September. That's probably worst case. But either way, the beautiful news is rate cuts are coming for 2024. It's because of Jerome Powell's remarks. Since that meeting on December 13th of this month, the market has continued to bake that in, saying, oh, that's awesome. Stock market's taken off. The federal funds, the 10-year treasury yield has dropped precipitously since then. So now it's down, as of this recording, to about 3.90%. It's come down from its October highs of 5% flat. So come down significantly. So 30-year mortgages have then also come down in that amount of time, which is great because transactions have been up for like the last 7 weeks or so as far as mortgage applications, which is amazing. So it's more and more closings coming as the rates continue to drop, as the market's baking those cuts. That just means that more transactions because of lower rates is a wonderful thing, because it's more potential jobs that you can get as a signing agent from signing services like myself, that's Superlative Signings, and also direct from title clients. So that's the beautiful thing. So when they start to get busier and busier and busier, they're going to need help. They're going to need really good signing agents that are well versed in walking someone through an ALTA, line by line, and summarizing documents, and delivering a great customer experience. They need all these things, especially as they get busier, and you want to be there to provide that level of service to them. So you want to be marketing heavily now, because as a signing agent, from personal experience, the last time it was incredibly busy when rates were about 2% to 3%, and there were a ton of refi transactions besides all the purchase transactions out there. When I was a new signing agent back in October of 2020, and I was getting my doors blown off with transactions, I was doing over 100 transactions a month all the way through March or April of 2021. And even then I was still doing 80 to 100 for the rest of the way for like another year and a half. It's so much higher. So you can do more volume as far as revenue, but you can do less transactions. Meaning, instead of killing yourself trying to do 80 to 100 transactions through signing services to make $10,000 a month or something close to it, you can do 50 transactions with title companies because it's double the fee generally, and you can make 10K, and you're really kind of working part-time. So that's really where you want to be at. But to do that, you have to consistently market week in and week out to title companies, because like I said, the average touch point is usually around 7 times where you interact with someone, where you had that trust, where you're willing to start that purchase process, where you're willing to buy their service or product from them. So the more touch points you can get in a shorter amount of time, the faster that sales cycle goes. And the longer it takes you to hit them 7 times, the longer the sales cycle. So that's why you want to be doing all these things we talked about earlier, what a $15,000 a month agent would probably be doing on social media, etc. Go back and watch it in the video, because you want to decrease that sales cycle and convert those prospects to clients quicker. And then getting referrals helps too. That's another story. But so you want to be positioning yourself now in the next couple months, January, February, because in this market, in the Maryland, Virginia market, or any market where there's actual 4 seasons, there's seasonality to the transaction. So unlike Florida, most of the other states in California, Southern California, other than those two, Southern California and Florida, like the rest of the US has 4 different seasons, and there's a cyclicality to the year. So normally the slowest months are January, February every year. And then March and spring, we see an uptick in transactions where more buyers get in the market and are looking for homes, because they're more willing to look in the market and buy and move their stuff when it's 50 or 60 degrees instead of 20 or 30 degrees, so that's where we see that initial uptick of about 20 to 30%. And then once we get to June, we see another uptick of 20 to 30%. So that's just normal cyclicality, not counting in lower rates. So just think about that for a second. You're going to see that cyclical bump we always see in March and we always see in June. And then add on top of that, sprinkle on top of that, the lower rates and the increased transactions, because sellers are now willing to put their home on the market because they don't mind buying another home, and instead of a 30-year mortgage they would have to get at 8%, now they can maybe get it in spring or summer at 5.5%. And it's not as crazy to them. So the more sellers get in, the more inventory there is, and the more deals can happen. So it's just going to be a beautiful storm of busy, busy, busy. And the other thing you have to keep in mind is how long have rates been higher? So in March of 2022, and it's now December of 23. So everyone that's originated a mortgage, let's say up until last month. So from like March of 22 to November of 23. So that is a year and 8 months. So 20 straight months of interest rates being from 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8%. So as the rates continue to drop, everyone that locked in a 30-year mortgage at 8 or 7%, they're going to be the first people refining. And then everyone that locked in at 6 and change, when it gets to 5, they'll be going. So you're going to see this gradual increase of refis and HELOCs as the year of 2024 goes on, as more people can jump in and actually it makes sense for them to do a refi because of the lower rates. So it's going to impact a lot of things, but as a signing agent, you want to be excited because this year, 2024, is going to be really good, especially as the year progresses and rolls on into 2025 and beyond. So you want to position yourself by having more direct business. And to me, the most effective way to do that is to market direct to mortgage professionals, and which works the best for me are title companies. So again, check out that video in the description below about my process to market. That is my wish for you, that you add all the direct clients in the world in your market so that you can go 100%, mostly 100% with direct clients. So you get more fees. You don't have to work as hard or as much. You can really develop that relationship really well with someone directly at a title company versus a scheduler or an owner at a signing service. And you get to keep more revenue and profit for yourself and your family to invest or do whatever you want to. So that's my goal for you, everyone watching this video. If you're a notary signing agent, to get get more direct business, or even if you're a signing service owner and you're watching this, get more title company business for your signing service. So hopefully this has inspired you to market direct if you already haven't been, or push you to market direct even more, because if you plant all the seeds now, as they start to harvest in a month, 2, 3 months, you're getting all these more clients coming on board as things are getting busier. It's going to be a beautiful storm, I promise you. I'm looking forward to it. Our team at Superlative Signings is looking forward to it. I'm out there marketing. Craig, my national accounts manager in Dallas-Fort Worth, he's out there marketing his market. We're trying to plant all these seeds and continue to get more direct business, because we know 2024 is going to be a really good year for our team, and looking to add more account managers as well to spread our footprint. So hopefully this video has helped you. If you like the video, like it. And if you want to subscribe to more great content about notary, entrepreneurship, business, investing, that's all we talk about here. Smash the subscribe button below, turn on notifications so you know when the next video is coming out. And until next time, guys, I appreciate you tuning in so much. It means a lot to me as I'm starting my new YouTube channel. I appreciate all the support from everyone here and in the community. And until next time, peace.